Hello, greetings. Ya Ali Madad, His Highness Aga Khan, telepathy, connection with him. He just prompted me to say this, believe it or not. So, where shall I start from today? This is about indirect signs to me from God about my principal, Mrs. Munira Gulzar. I've just read a verse, and it's reminded me of 11th October 1992, my note in my yellow notebook. I wrote that when she smiles, the heavens break loose. And I feel like weeping because I feel I have known her from before. This is for my principal. I wrote in 1992, 11th October. So now if we go to Surah Shura, this 11th, so Surah 42, verse 5. So you see, if you add all the numbers, 4 plus 2 plus 5 comes to 11. And there it says, the heavens may rent asunder, and the angels sing the praise of their Lord, of the Lord. So, this poem I had written about the shrubs being like feeling being broken, feeling sad, and asking the angels, God, to send my message. That was for Miss Asteria Desa. So in the end, in that poem, which I don't have right now, I have it. I had it in my house in Karachi, and I've left everything there, so I don't have it here. But I remember in the end writing, how can she hear the voice of the angels? So this was about Miss Disa and for her. Later on, I was singing in St. Joseph's College, so I found this verse. Believe it or not. I mean, it just opened up to me like that. It hit me. The heavens might rent asunder, and the angels sing the praise of their Lord. Surah 42, verse 5. So I'm just a common person. God sending me signs and all that, in London too. And when I was separated from Miss Tissa, so one Ramadan I was thinking that I can't concentrate, I'm so depressed, I don't feel right anywhere, even at my grandmother's place with my aunts there. And so I had this dream that Alim Murtaza is coming, and so I'm told that Alim Murtaza is coming, and I'm sitting cross-legged, and there's a Quran on my lap. It has a word on top, Allah, A-L-A. And then someone does come, that's Alim Murtaza, and my one aunt asks him, while I'm sitting, and my aunt and Ali Murtaza are standing, she asks him, when will they come back? So he says that when you lose hope, then they will come back. So I think until there is God, Allah, how can we lose hope? And then I go towards him, and he just pulls his the robe, up on the shoulder, and there's Allahu Akbar, the azan starts. There's a call, Allahu Akbar I hear, and he just moves away, goes away. He doesn't tell me that. I wanted to ask him, when will Mr. Sa come back? So anyways, later on I found Surah Ala sitting there. I mean in the Quran. Sorry. And there it says, we will make you remember and thou shalt forget not. So look at this, how I remember. I mean, now I remember. I've just read it and I can't remember the oppressed verse number. When you're oppressed, you can get justice. There's nothing wrong in that. So, but I remember this one, the one I gave right now, the number of the verse. Sorry. And so, 1st January I went, 6th January 1999, I went to Mrs. Munira Gulzar's place after 2 years. And so there was some wrong or misunderstanding, and I had kept away from her for 2 years, but then I went. And then when I went home, I was feeling doubtful, so I opened the Quran, and this verse came. I've been searching for this verse. I couldn't find it until today. It's there in Surah Shura, that if you're oppressed, it's okay, you can get justice, stand up for justice. There's nothing wrong in that. So it was like God was consoling me like He's always been doing. Yes, so I've also been a truth seeker, and this is about which religion, is religion true, which religion, and what is true, which school of thought. We have many. Anyhow, despite the fact that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Hazrat Fatima Zahra salamullah alaiha came to me in my dream at the foot of my bed to tell me that we cannot make you believe. In us was silently communicated to me. And Hazrat Fatima Zahra salamullah alaiha spoke on this to me. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam just said, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Just said that, told me that I'm Prophet Muhammad. And then he said, my daughter Fatima. And she appeared beside him, right at the foot, at my feet, standing there. She wasn't veiled or anything. She just had something, a beige color dress on her. And so did Rasulullah, had the same color of clothing. And no turban, nothing like that on his head. They were just so plainly dressed that when I woke up, I called my aunt Gauhar, late aunt. And I told her, they've come so plainly in my dream. And like this. I mean, I described to her the way they had come. So in London also, there was this from Ahl Sunnah Muslim man, my colleague, my college mate, telling me why we don't believe in some of the Sahabas and everything, asking me actually. So I said that I actually believe in a Prophet's family, the pure, and my heart is more inclined towards them, meaning Panjatan Pak, that's Prophet Muhammad, Hazrat Fatima Zahra salamullah alaiha, Imam Ali alayhi salam, Maula Hassan alayhi salam, and Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Sorry, I got that wrong. I mean, after Prophet Muhammad, that's Imam Ali alayhi salam. But once when Jibrail came, he took the name of Hazrat Fatima alayhi salam, and then Imam Ali alayhi salam. So at one point, it's written in history. I don't know where it's written, but I've heard it, and so please forgive me if that's incorrect, or I haven't yet found out that. But there's a secret of Hazrat Fatima Zahra Salam Alaiha. We don't know. There are many secrets of Hazrat Fatima Zahra Salam Alaiha. I am told, and I'm told the Sufis, they believe that she was a creatrix. She was the creator. And recently in my dream, I was told that Imam Ali alayhi salam is the controller of everything in this world. I mean, of the world, controller of the world. Oh yes, and there's this. Sorry, this is just a very casual talk. So I'm preserving this in a recording, and then I will upload it for my own this thing, because convenience, because my phone doesn't have so much memory, and I have to upload it to keep it for my own this thing to record. And so we come to Surah Shura. Okay, firstly I'll say that some Muslims object to the fact that we call ourselves Shia Muslims. At least the people who call themselves Shia Muslims. And so they say, why not just Muslims, right? So I'd found this verse in the Quran that it's either in Surah Safat or Surah Saf, that Abraham was the Shia of Nuh, the persuasion or a group of Nuh, Shia of Nuh, Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam, Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam was. And now we come to this verse in Surah Shura 42, Surah, verse 13. He has made plain to you of the religion what he enjoined upon Nuh, and that which we have revealed to you, and that which we enjoined upon Abraham and Musa and Isa, that keep to obedience and be not divided therein. Okay? Be not divided therein. So some people say that we have divided our religion, into schisms, and we have become sectarian sects. And so they object to this about the Shias also, Shia Muslims. So please remember this part. I haven't read the whole verse, okay? Although it says that hard to the unbelievers is that which you call them to. Allah chooses for himself whom he pleases and guides to himself him who turns to him frequently. But what we need to remember here is that what God says here, we've revealed to, he's taken some of the prophets' names, Nuh and Musa, Ibrahim alayhi salam, and then says, keep to obedience and be not divided therein. Okay? Remember this now? Yes, so it's Surah Safat, chapter 37 and verse 83. Verily Ibrahim was a Shia of Nuh, alayhi salam, on both of them. Okay, so, and lastly, I'd like to correct my mispronunciation. I said it's a rend, asunder, and therein. I keep saying therein. This is my pronunciation, wrong pronunciation. So this is for my record too, because it has something of value to me, which I had in the past regarding my relationship or whatever the bond was between Mrs. Munira Gulzar and I. Reincarnation, as I was brought towards. And may God forgive me for any mistakes that I've made in this video, voice recording. And also now there are Christians being targeted on blasphemy laws in Pakistan. I'm sorry, I have here spoken about the Shia Muslims alone and only, but there are Ahmadis too, and Christians, and I haven't spoken about them in a recording like this, but inshallah next time, some other time, I will do something. So if anyone I hope if anyone comes across this video, may get help, may heed. This is a great thing for me because it holds some emotional and sentimental value also. Like I've connected what I wrote on 11th October 1992 and to that verse from Surah Shura 42 verse 55, sorry, Surah Shura verse 5.